This morning I'm going to be doing an air intake air filter change on a 2013 turbo diesel Beetle. First thing that I want to do is clean off the air intake cover. I'm using a painter's brush just to get all the dust off, because when we open this unit we don't want to introduce unnecessary dust in that section. You can also use leaf blower if you have one. The brush seems to work fine to get most of the dust out. Once you've cleaned it out properly, there are 8 star bolts that you got to remove. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that size is, I believe that's a T25. Let's try it. T25. Notice how it has that hole. See if you can get it to focus. Has that hole. So T25, and we're going to remove all 8 of these. For the hard to reach bolts, I've used this extended socket T25 to remove it. Once all the bolts are loosened up, you can then lift this up, but you'll get a little bit of resistance from this connection here and here in this clamp. I tend not to like to disconnect more than necessary, so let's see what we can do. Okay, so without removing any of these connections, you can just simply, once everything is loosened up as far as the bolts, you can lift this off, exposing the air filter underneath. Removing the old air filter. Fits in there pretty tightly. Notice all the dust in there. We're going to take that out too. But look at that. Ooh, that's pretty gross, isn't it? So I'm going to use a wet vac to vacuum that out, clean it up. Alright, so I'm going to wet vac all that stuff out now. Make sure you put the tray back in its position when you're done vacuuming. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to put the brand new filter in place. This is a genuine part from Volkswagen, and right there, Volkswagen filtration system. Looks like this one came from Poland, but yeah, gonna put this in now. going really nice and snug. Press it in, all the edges, press it in really good. And then cover it back. Make sure that all the edges are done. See how it's sticking out on this side? It's not done. Once that's in place, we will then just retighten all of the screws. Start with that far left side. And come over here to this far right side. And we're going to do that for all 8 of them. Don't over tighten it because this is going into a plastic piece. Come over here, do this one. When you're done tightening all the bolts back, count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and make sure that they're all tight. Now there's one other intake chamber that you should check. Right here, you just pop that lip right there. Just pop that off to look inside. Make sure there are no leaves in here. This is where the air comes in from the road. You want to make sure that there are no leaves. If you live in a state where there's like a lot of leaves or other debris in the road, especially in the fall, you want to check that. Seeing nothing, cover it back. Because that goes down into the bottom of the air canister up to the filtration system, going into the mass airflow sensor here. And that filter is the first line of defense against causing this mass airflow sensor to go bad or dirty. And then the air goes past that mass airflow sensor down into the rear of the engine, where there's a flap control that opens and closes based on how much gas you're putting into the engine. Alright, and that's that for the air intake filter change. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, please ask.